Capricorn friends, the beliefs that have been running your life for so long now, the ones you inherited, not the ones you chose, they are ready to be set free with the energy that's unfolding this week. What an exciting time for turning over a new leaf and making a new beginning. Let's find out more. This video is a forecast for your sun, moon, or your rising sign. You can check out all three videos if you would like, and they'll tell you how the stars are going to affect your life this week. I'm Kesenya, and welcome to the Astro News and Weather Report for the second week of July 2026. Remember, friends, this is tropical Vedic astrology, not sidereal astrology. Look it up if you need to. And yes, I am a real person, not AI. Now let's jump right in to what we're looking at this week in the astral skies. And on the 10th or 11th of July, depending where you are in the world, of course, when this is actually going to be exact, Venus is going to conjunct the south node of the moon at 2 degrees of Virgo. This is a powerful energy that will bring about karmic ripening in the lives of many at this time. You could give or take a couple of days either side to see the effects of this. But people with planets at 2 degrees of Virgo are especially going to notice the impact of this transit. Now, this transit occurs on an annual basis, so it's not unusual, but it is powerful if it's interacting with your chart in a very personal way. Now, addressing relationship issues, reactivating your creative voice, or honestly facing your financial situation, these are some of the ways that this interaction might express. Now, if you sense a lack in these areas of life, or if you have difficulties at the moment in these areas of life, this transit is asking you to focus on releasing what is destroying you, holding you back, keeping you from your best expression in this regard. So this might look like releasing negative attitudes, reflecting on your past behaviors with money, with women or men, with lovers. And it's a chance for us to do something about it. Especially, we all make mistakes. None of us are really victims. We actually have control and power over our lives. It's about a matter of choice. Venus is the planet that rules choice. And so this is giving us the chance to readdress old issues, old wounds, old hurts, and do something about it, to take back control over financial circumstances, relational circumstances, attitudes, and to implement the power of choice that Venus gives us. What can we do then to address these old, things that come bubbling up to the surface? We can journal. We could do dance therapy or some kind of art therapy or music therapy to heal and release the wounds caught in the body regarding those things. We could create a releasing ritual. I've shared with my Patreon family on many occasions various rituals for certain astrological configurations that allow us to move beyond our stuck patternings. So if you're part of the Patreon family, you might like to refer to one of those rituals that we've shared in the past. Or if you're familiar with these sorts of things, you might like to create your own ritual to release the hurts and the traumas that we may have around Venusian things at this time. There is never a better time in the astral year to release hurts and traumas associated with Venus than when it is crossing the south node of the moon, because the south node of the moon is to let go, to release, to excrete anything to do with Venus energy, which, if you follow astrology, you will know is relationships, is money, is our ability to know pleasure. It is our ability to choose our own adventure, to choose the life that we want. So under this influence, your soul can be freed from these burdens, and this leaves you in a lighter place, a brighter place, ready for new energy to come rushing into your life because you've cleared the slate, so to speak, during this transit, and that opens up room for new wonderful things to take their place once this transit is over. But what is this energy, Venus with the south node, not helpful for? Well, it's a dreadful time to do anything to do with beautification. Don't go and get your hair cut. Don't buy a whole new wardrobe, or don't redecorate the house under this energy. It won't do you any favors, because the beauty, the aesthetics of Venus are equally depleted when it crosses the south node. So when this transit passes, get my words out, You may find that that bright purple bathroom was not really what you wanted after all. Damn it. So keep that in mind. It's also an inauspicious time to share your love for somebody, to go on a date with someone, or even to get fertility treatment. Now, of course, that's very personal to the chart that you carry yourself, but as a general influence, it's not a good energy for fertility treatment. You might also find that young women, which are ruled by Venus, might be somehow problematic in your life, a cause of trouble or heartache or upset. And even you might find, my friends, that unwanted lovers from the past return into your life, probably to clear their karmic slate, but don't be surprised if they pop up and cause you to rehash old experiences in that way. What can you do with Venus conjunct South Node energy? Well, it's a helpful energy for saying goodbye to past mistakes, as we've already discussed, and therefore it is a great clearing energy so that you can draw in new love, draw in a new financial situation, or a new experience of creativity, a new experience of elegance or beauty as this transit passes. It's a time to sow the fertile ground in readiness for the greater blessing. So I'm from a farming background, and you don't sow your seeds into thistly soil. You clear out the weeds. In this case, we're talking about the weeds of the past, so that the soil, the field, is ready for the new seeds to be sown. And that's what we're doing at this time. The South Node, as I've said, is where we let things go. It's the celestial, my words struggling to come out today, the celestial recycling bin. So while Venus is what we love and how we value ourselves and what we hold on to, it does rule Taurus, which is the hoarding energy in its shadow side, of course. When the South Node and Venus meet, the universe is actually asking us, what old relationship habits, what old financial anxieties, what perfectionist tendencies are you finally ready to let go of and release? Let's look exactly at where this is happening in your chart, sign by sign. Precious Capricorn friends, you know, this transit of Venus conjunct the South Node, which is quite a rare transit. I mean, Venus conjuncts the South Node once a year, but it rarely occurs in the sign of Virgo, your ninth house. This is working at the level of your philosophy, your belief systems, and your relationship to truth, and the higher meaning that you get out of your life's experiences. It's a house of faith. It's a house of foreign cultures, long journeys, and the kind of wisdom that can only come into our lives from lived experiences. So the karmic patterns here often involve releasing dogmas, releasing cultural conditioning, or moral frameworks that you inherited from your religious associations or from your family or from a society. Your cultural indoctrination that is no longer serving your highest growth and understanding and the journey of your spirit. And that's what Venus in the and conjunct with the South Node in the ninth house wants you to let go of this week, so that you can move into clearer, brighter belief patterns that support your soul's journey. So you might find yourself throughout the coming week questioning a long-held belief, for example, a long-held belief about love. I'm not worthy of it. It always ends in loss. Money and spirituality don't mix. Things like that. Recognizing these thought patterns, these monkey mind karmic loops, as something that you've borrowed from other people, or your lived experience has caused you to get stuck in that rut, rather than it being an actual truth that you want to embrace and live by. So this is what needs to be released. Now, I would encourage you, in order to release these things, therapy is good, journaling is good, writing things out, or getting them out of the body and onto paper. These are great ways to address this, but it really will require some deep philosophical pondering about who you are, how you think, and where those thoughts are coming from. Very important that you take time out to do that this week, to utilize this energy to the best of your advantage. Now, in another sense, this is actually not a favorable week to begin any formal study, because Venus with the South Node indicates that initiating something like that, something 9th house at this time, it's not going to turn out for the best. It's a lot more likely to dissolve. It's also not the best time to plan long-haul travel or seek legal counsel on important matters. I'd give yourself maybe 2 to 3 days out the other side of this transit once Venus is separating fully from the South Node. That is the time for perhaps pursuing such things or initiating such things. It is, however, a deeply supportive time for, like I said, philosophical journaling, reading, any kind of reading of spiritual books or anything that challenges your perspective and your understanding, anything that presents a new viewpoint on life. Great to get into those sorts of things. Also really a great energy for ceremonies of release and gratitude, rituals, of like perhaps burning what you've written on a piece of paper in the fireplace as a ritual enactment of letting go and releasing some old dogma, some old mindset. It's even a good time because this is the house of gurus and mentors, especially spiritual mentors. It's actually a good time to have a conversation with a spiritual mentor at this time and to analyze and work through any psychological issues that might be present. The 9th house is also the house of your dharma, the sacred purpose of your life, and it's being refined right now. It's cleared of outdated beliefs so that you can shine with greater clarity and conviction and have more light to the direction that you want to go in life, that your soul is here to fulfill. Dharma is our purpose and our mission for being here. And by clearing away all the clutter that our cultural conditioning has brought or religious beliefs have brought, etc., clearing that away lights the path to what the soul actually really does want, and that creates the space for the new to enter in. So utilize this energy to the best of your advantage, my lovely friends, and you will not be disappointed with what it'll do for you in your life. I will just mention, Capricorn, that I have opened up my readings once again to anybody who needs some support at this time in their lives and to understand the astrology of what is happening in their life and to get some clarity in that sense. But also I'm offering a brand new reading, a yes-no question reading. It's a very cost-effective reading. So if you've got a simple question such as, should I move to the other side of the country? Should I take up this new position? Things like that are yes-no questions, then that could be a reading that could really support you in moving forward with the confidence that astrology brings to our lives.